So when using hls.js with Create React App, there seems to be a bit of a build issue. I don't know what the reason behind this is, but what I do know is how to fix it. So we're going to talk about that today. Let's get started. Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So if you don't know what hls.js and Create React App are, I'm not really sure why you're watching this video, but hey, if you want to give me some watch time, I'll happily take it. So hls.js is a JavaScript HLS library. So HLS is the HTTP live streaming protocol, which is made by Apple. Basically, it's an adaptive bitrate streaming protocol, pretty much for handling things like live streaming video over the internet. And Create React App is basically a way to set up a React app without having to configure Webpack and your linter and your testing framework. It does all of that for you. So for some reason, whatever Create React App is doing behind the scenes is causing an issue with hls.js, which I'm trying to use for a cloud programming assignment. In that assignment, we're basically just making a live streaming app that could support something on the scale of the Olympics, and we're doing this with AWS, but that's not too important. So the only way to fix this without doing what I'm going to talk about in a couple of minutes is basically to eject the app from Create React App. And this is something that you really don't want to be doing. So when you eject something from Create React App, then you're on your own. So Create React App will handle the Webpack updating, your package and things like that, all of that stuff that is really important that you don't want to be messing with yourself because it's really easy to do it wrong. So instead, we're going to avoid ejecting and use another solution to get this to work. So I didn't come up with this solution myself. Someone came up with this solution on the issue page on the hls.js GitHub page. So I'll put that in the description below if you want to see the textual version of this. So I'll bring up a bit of code that I have this issue with hls.js with. Okay, so this bit of code here is basically just taken from the video React page, which is the player that I'm going to be using in this project. So this is how you set up a HLS source with this, but the HLS part is basically the same regardless of how you're using it. So you could be using any other video player. I'm just using Video React. So basically, the way you would normally do it is you would import HLS like you would for any normal node package, and then you'd be able to create an object. But the problem that happens here, I believe I can show you guys, if we just log into the fake server, and if we look in here, so we've got this issue, which I don't know if you're about to read. Can I zoom in on that? Yes, I can. Cool. I've never actually zoomed in on the Chrome or the Firefox DevTools before. So what you get here is this type error moduleId is undefined. So this isn't an issue that you caused yourself. I was really confused when this happened, but the solution for it is actually really simple. So for some reason, when you normally import stuff, there's a weird build issue that happens. But the way that we can get around this, so instead of importing, we'll get rid of this, we'll create a const hls window.hls, and then so basically we're creating a reference to the we're grabbing the window reference to the HLS object, and because we're not importing it, what we also need to do is we need to, in our index.html file, put in this CDN link, which I will put in the description below. So this will basically just pull down the latest version of HLS without having to do it through your normal npm terminal. So if we put that in now, so we have our const HLS, and now everything should be working. We log back into my fake server that has no authentication. And now we have video working. So I'm going to pause that because it's a really annoying sound. So that's pretty much the simplest fix, but there was another solution that someone else came up with for this problem. Okay, so now I've reverted the code back to the way it was before, where I was importing from the node module and just using the new object in here like this. So this solution, I don't actually know the implications of. So what we're going to do, instead of just creating a new object with no arguments, we're going to pass in a object argument to here, and basically it's going to look something like this. So we'll pass in the object with the key enable worker and the value false. I don't actually know what this is going to do behind the scenes because I'm not sure what enable worker does. But if we look in here, if I go to the correct page, I'll log back into my fake server with no authentication. We'll go to my test video, and as we can see, it's working again. Now, I don't know which is the better solution. The problem with pulling down from a CDN is if that CDN goes down, you're going to lose the code. I don't know what disabling the worker is going to do. It could do something really important that could be a problem with a highly scalable application. But if you just need a quick workaround, that might be the easiest solution, but I don't know which is safer in the long run. So if you like this video, remember to smash that like button and leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see next time. And if you're not subscribed, remember to subscribe and hit the little bell icon and maybe you'll see updates. But if you don't, then check out my Twitter, and I've also got a Mastodon, which are both at the same address, so they should be pretty easy to find. And I think that's pretty much everything for me. If you've got any other developer suggestions, basically just let me know and I'll get to them at some point, and I'm out.